all have some kind of excesses here and there, but that may not define who we are. What is important is we have come to bury a dear person. When I looked forward to Nairobi Baptist Church, and I think our pastor here, Musula, and the community of Nairobi Baptist Church, Senior Pastor Pinto was presiding, because we would go there. We made Nairobi Baptist Church, ABC and AIC as occasion would demand, and we have our kids grow up there. And Alex, you spoke well. I want to confirm to you there will be no stress. We will not cause any stress to you, because the argument was settled. We used to argue in Namutula, who is corrupting whose name? Kalonzo. We had that argument wherever we would meet, and it was because, as I said in church, at the Baptist church, that we were managing some kind of stress. And here, when I see my younger brother Mutua here and my younger brother Deputy Governor, I always call him Mweke, people we have actually also mentored in a way. As we manage stress, I'm just a telephone call away. I'm just a telephone call away. Because we must hold together as a people. That is who we are. That was the example I had with my senior brother here, solid DP. And I also want to confirm, I said it in church, Democratic Party candidate in Mbeere North did not lose. And thank you, Junior, for bringing it out. We have to do something about this new concept of goonism. We hold the view, along with my colleagues, because we were discussing as we came, that any leader who is given to violence and evidence is demonstrably clear that they are the authors and the perpetrators of electoral violence, they cannot get away with it. Therefore, we will not allow them to get away with the violence in Malava and the violence in Mbeere. We will not. And it's not just that we are chest thumping or anything. We owe it to this country and to men and women who have stood on principle, like our late brother Konzolo Munyao. So, as we go forward, we do so with confidence, that we know we are riding on the strength of character of men like Munao. You know, Kenya Meat Commission had collapsed until Kibaki made Munao Minister for Livestock Development. And you have heard my sister from my clan, Mweke. You know, when your boss said, this Kalonzo man, he's not a cattle farmer. We are working in Dengu. And because I had said we were saying no to vaccination of our livestock, which we knew nothing about, and I'm happy that that thing died, by the way. So you can see the work of real opposition, because it died. The fact that William Ruto called me Mutu and Dengu, he spent 4 days in Kitui. I hope you reminded him. We still keep livestock, even as we grow Ndengu. These are Ndengu growing area and also cotton. So these are also nice things. We don't take it against him. No, absolutely not. We don't take it against anybody. We take everything, and that is what Consolo taught us. Take in the stress and don't let it define your character. And on my own behalf and my family, Pauline and the kids, some are grown now, the young men and women, you saw them, I think at the other funeral of your minister. And so, yeah, they all stand with this family, Alex. They all know you. And we don't want you to think we've come here for political gain. One of us. Of course, like we came last year, we were here when we said kwaheri to Mama Agnes. Kone kukitumitukie. Nakaitu tungenga imobea maundune onde. Our spiritual leaders included. You know our position. And we know there are things you have to do. For example, Governor Mutula knows the party position. If the national president, the president of the republic, comes to Makueni, he has to be there. But the national president has to discuss, to actually agree and recognize that there are two governments, parallel governments, but they need each other. So that recognition is important. You gave condolences of Governor Wabinya, who had wanted to be here, because we know that there's a time president comes to Machakos, the governor cannot speak, and this is what makes people wonder, what is it? It's not a crime to be in opposition, because opposition ends up being the government in waiting, as indeed is the case. So we are so happy they brought out their very worst in this recent by-elections. We now know their game plan. There are no other games to play. And this country cannot be like any other country. Our brother, our senior brother, governor, professor, because professor said the students are telling him they don't want Kenya to be like Tanzania. Kenya will always be Kenya, because our young people have inspired a progressive revolution, not only in the continent, but the world over. And they've been watching. And you cannot steal for them. They're still very angry at Bishop. You need to own them, because they even have issues about the church. On corruption, when a president comes and says, I'm giving you 120 million shillings, and we know his salary is just under 2 million, obvious disproportionate misuse of power, state power. That's what Munyao would never have done. So we were with him, of course, in NAC. I know our sister Charity would really have loved to be here, and she's out in the US. But you can see the example of NAC. That time nobody believed Kanu could lose. Kanu went on to lose. And let nobody deceive you, fellow Kenyans, until you can divide the opposition. The elements and the commitment and even the ideological positioning of who we are in opposition cannot be broken. When we were in court, and it was Weta, who is the speaker who read his eulogy here, and Raila and myself, before Musalia came and they talked about Nasa Hawa, ended up Kunaswa Wao. We used to say that the cords, it is biblical, bound by cords that cannot be broken. This is what this community is at Bishop, and I spoke to you after the last election, and you said, Kindu kimu kiume lile wazi, nimbaino ni nengete ndaya, nambaino ndeza ugudhia, nambaino ndika kunewe kelele ne mundu yoyote, mundu ebinda nebikie, riba kube kuitika isi ukone, na nondo kuone tu either the names here, what is the name of this Ngiloni? These people are very good in honey keeping, beekeeping. That's why they are the Ngilo, okay, one Ngilo. Na we moyomo no, yeah. By tutu, by to vikie, by kusiokane tina, by mbeso na si by to know the integrity ya community no. Kana kuwa your party leader na ningo moto ngea mobea inyo ndo mama kuwene mweze wa mustale wambe na wene tuwese nangaya muadhime, even as we say kwaheri to our cherished brother, and this family will hold together. Anything, Alex, you think we can do together, we are always there. We bring condolences from our brother, your big cousin, Riggy. Si unajua Riggy alisema ndiye community spokesman. Alisema kana ina Kalonzo thebe kendumu kumukoli ai. I think he spoke in Mboni kwa Monyaka. Hey, when a community spokesman, and you can see that it's very easy. Yeah, now we are real cousins. These are cousins. And so we thank you. You send his greetings and condolences as well to this family and all the other leaders. Now allow me to invite, I think I will call first of all my brother Eugene, so that when JB comes over, he exercises full authority as a party leader of Democratic Party. May the good Lord rest the soul of our brother in eternal peace. Amen.